see I'm bald, right? Now, usually I don't have an issue with that, but it does get me down when I'm doing my taxes. It really annoys me, because I feel like I'm being mocked when I have to answer questions like, do you have any fringe benefits? So I love coffee, guys. Big coffee drinker. Anybody else drink coffee here? Yeah. But I can't stand these people that have these really long, complicated orders, but more specifically, how they think everywhere has the facilities and the special barista training to be able to fulfill them, right? I was in a queue the other day and I heard this guy say, oh yes, can I have a small, extra hot, extra shot, half and half, decaf, no foam, almond latte. And I heard it, and I was like, yeah. I heard it, I was like, mate, you're in a 7-Eleven. They got black or white. And so I'm middle-aged, my girlfriend's middle-aged, and we decided to spice up our sex life a bit. So we started doing kinky, dangerous Star Wars roleplay. And we're making love the other night, right? And she's dressed like Princess Leia, and me, Darth Vader. Now, yeah, right? I know they were father and daughter, okay? Yeah, but he was more machine than he was man, so just think of him like a vibrator. So I've got to say that I do not know how he used to fuck in that get-up, right? The cloak gets caught and everything, right? You can't see a goddamn thing in that helmet, and it's actually, ironically, really hard to breathe. And that chest piece at the front sticks out a mile, which means that missionary is completely out, right? The only thing that does work is doggy style, or as we call it, the ATAT position. So we're playing hide the lightsaber, and she's like, and I'm like. And she says to me, she goes, Mark, I want you to make me orgasm, but I want you to force choke me, okay? So I'm like, okay. So I'm there like this, and she's going, yeah, that's it, baby. Come on, harder. Yeah, are you my daddy? Are you my daddy? And I'm like, no, I am your father. Why are you not coming? Your lack of orgasm disturbs me. And the reason, guys, she didn't climax is because apparently I wasn't powerful enough in the Force, and she dried up. And this week we're going to try Princess Leia and Jabba, because he's self-lubricating. So, guys, a bit of a somber note now. My uncle died recently, and I couldn't go back to the UK for the funeral because of COVID, you know, which was sad because all my family was there. But I did get to see his face one last time because my niece sent me a Snapchat. Could have done without the dog filter though, to be honest. But it was better than nothing, which is why I couldn't be mad at her, because I was like, you know what, let sleeping dogs lie. So as I said, I couldn't be there, so they sent me a live video feed of the funeral, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm watching it on my laptop, along with Netflix. Now, look, I love my uncle, but this was Tiger King, episode 3, where you first find out about Carol Baskin's husband, all right? So absolutely pivotal, right? So I'm ashamed to say I am completely engrossed at this point, and I'm shouting things at the screen like, oh my God, it's so obvious she killed her husband. It's written all over her face. And she's not even hiding it, right? And the next minute I get a phone call from my mum, who is absolutely livid because apparently my mic had been on. And then she's like, Mark, what the hell were you doing? I think people heard what you said. I mean, we all wanted you to say a few words about your uncle, but that's ridiculous. I mean, fuck, I've forgotten the end of the joke. Thank you. That's ridiculous. ridiculous. We wanted you to say a few words about your uncle, but you literally called your Auntie Pat a murderer. And I was like, Mum, calm down. Allegedly. So guys, I've been thinking a lot about death recently, and I've decided one thing. That on my grave I want written, here lies Mark, who was always thinking outside the box. Not now, obviously. Have a Mark, you're great. Thanks, good luck.